Welcome back to the next video. In today's video I will show you how to display a 3D GLTF model in native in your Flutter application. So this is only for iOS because I have already made video for Android on how to display GLTF model. I have also made a video on like how to display a 3D UHDZ model, which is the recommended 3D model format from Apple for in Flutter for iOS as well. So if you are curious, you can watch that. So for this is only iOS specific because as I told you, like I have already made a video on Android. And the second thing is we will be making use of this library, and this is only available in Swift package manager. It is not available on CocoaPods. So yeah, that's the first thing. Second thing, if your 3D model is on a network like on a server, you will first have to download that 3D model and then display it using this library. And if you check my UHDZ model video, I have already shown you how to download a 3D model from network, so you can use that bit of code and combine with loading like this bit of code. And if your model is on server, but here for simplicity sake I'm just displaying it on I have just placed it inside the in my iOS project. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. Do is you will have to copy this URL, then open your like the iOS project inside Xcode. So this is my Flutter project. Open the iOS project inside Xcode, and here you will just have to click on file, add package dependency, and just paste the URL over here and then click on add package. Like suppose if some of your dependency are using CocoaPods, then it is okay to like use both CocoaPods and Swift package manager, but I won't highly recommend it. Like take it with a grain of salt. Like I have done this for my React Native app. Like there is by default CocoaPods dependency, and I have included this as a Swift package manager dependency. It worked, but I'm not really sure, but this might cause issue for you on production, so do your own research for that. So firstly, once you install the package, go to VS Code. Inside lib main.dart, I have created a stateless widget, and here I have created safe area inside that size box, and here I have assigned the width and height to our size box, and here I have created a separate widget called my GLTF view. Now if you go to my GLTF view.dart, here as you can see I have created an identifier for it. Then I have created a stateless widget. Don't try to run it on Android. If you are trying to run it on Android, you need to watch my iOS like Android implementation as well, which I made a long back. And so for iOS we just have to use a UIKit view. Okay, this is like boilerplate code which you have to use. Next, open the iOS folder inside Xcode, and here you can see I have dragged and dropped my GLTF model. So this is my GLB model. It is a binary format, and this is an HDR image. Like you can use any HDR image. It acts kind of like a background to your GLTF model, so you can just search on Google for an HDR image and just drag and drop it over here. So if you see, this is an HDR image. Next, inside app delegate, I'm registering our view first, so I'm using the same identifier which we have used it over here. Next, we have created a factory class. Again, I have copy pasted this from the documentation. So literally everything is copied from documentation, nothing really changes. Next, if you see, I'm instantiating our my GLTF native view. This is a separate Swift file which I have created, and also inside app delegate we are instantiating our native factory class. Okay, now if you go to native view, we have to first import UIKit, GLTF kit and Flutter, and we have created an NS object which extends from Flutter platform view. And over here we have created an UI view as a parent view. Then we have taken an light name as well as intensity, and this is the main object scene view inside. And I have also created a scene node. Then inside init I have created this create native view, calling this method as well as initializing our parent view. And over here I am returning our view. Then once create native view is called, we are calling this scene view. We are initializing our scene view, then adding auto resizing, mask, background color, anti-aliasing, auto enable default lighting, camera control as well as interaction mode. Sorry, I forgot to show you guys the output. So this is the output. So as you can see, this is a GLTF model. Also you can search on Google for a GLTF model, you will find tons of them. and here we are adding our scene view to our parent view. Then we are creating an scn scene view, and here I am adding a child node to it, and then the contents as well as intensity. Then I am adding our scn view to our main scene view. And if you see, you should use your own glb name. So my glb name is flight helmet, and we are loading it, calling the load asset by passing the url to it. And inside load asset we are just calling gltf asset.load, and once the status is equal to completed, we are calling this prepare asset method. And if you see the prepare asset, we are just taking the source, from that we are getting an asset scene, we are looping over the asset scene and adding each node to our asset container node. And if there is any scene, then everything is good. Otherwise I am sending an error message over here is nil. So yeah, I'm preparing our view. That's it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.